Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here. I've been struggling today. For the third time now, I've done a recording and I've deleted it because I've not been happy about what I'm talking about. I've been a very confused person today. That's not good. It's not good mentally. I've been trying to talk about myself, but I end up talking about something else in return. So I'm going to try again. So let's try again. So some of you may know my real name. If you do, don't mention it in the comments. But Reganelite is my internet name. Is how people refer to me. Not Reagan, as some people say. It's not Reagan, as in R-E-A-G-A-N. That's the US president. That's not the name, guys. I know people say that word, but it's Regan, R-E-G, Regan. But I don't get offended when people say that because I've heard people say that to me. So I've heard people say that to me so many times throughout my time on the internet. But it just doesn't faze me anymore. And then the term elite, I don't know actually where the idea for the term Reganelite came from. I really can't remember when I first came up with the name. Originally I had the name, before it became a real internet name of mine, it was used as my Xbox username, which I still have ownership of, because I used to have that name for my Call of Duty days when I used to play Call of Duty with mates online. And then I kind of expanded that name to basically being Twitter, when I had opened up Twitter. And then when I joined Discord, and that was the first time I joined Discord to join Max's community a few years ago. And that's basically essentially become my internet name. I do have one or two social medias that have my real name, but I try to keep them private. I don't really want my real name going out there, to be fair, but at the same time, some people do know it. It's like, it's better if it doesn't, because people may target you. As a matter of fact, I have been targeted by some people, unfortunately, out there. Some people have been trying to get into certain accounts of mine. I have had this old PayPal account which had no money in it, thankfully, but someone managed to hack into it. I don't know how or why, how they got into it or why, but I managed to, luckily my phone was still linked to it and they hadn't removed my mobile phone from the account, and I managed to get into it. And I don't know the people, but for some reason they looked like they were transferring money. Not a lot of money, like very little money. I think it was like 20, 30, 50 quid or something. They would look like they were transferring money between each other through my account. In the process of doing that, or basically there was money sitting in there that they transferred in. And I managed to get back in and set up a two authentication factor, you know, the two thingy factor that stops them from changing things. So I managed to get that set up and all that, and change account, remove a mobile number they added. They had a mobile number they added as well. Got that removed. Made my mobile the main number. Like, so, and there's now money sitting in there that's not mine, that belongs to them. And I don't really, my bank account was not linked to the PayPal account, in case anyone's wondering, thank God. And I don't really know what to do with that money, because I don't really want to take that money there, because it's not officially mine. I don't have any information, guys. There's no point me like going to police or whatever, because I don't know anything about it. It's really not a lot of money, but there are people trying to target me. I don't know why. And I've had people trying to get into my private Facebook account, and I've also had people try to get into my Instagram. I think they had someone, I keep getting, I've had the odd email saying they're asking for your, you know, like a security number or whatever, they send you your email. It's just like, huh? You know, and immediately like my alarm bells start ringing when I start seeing that stuff, because then I have to change my passwords. And I use actually quite a lot of different combinations of passwords. I've got like 10, maybe 20 different combinations of passwords that I use. So and I have a fair idea of which ones are for which as well. So it's not like one word and then it's like the same and then it's just a couple of different numbers odd here and there. No, it's different words and different numbers and different specific and like exclamation mark, question mark, and all sorts of jazz that really makes it difficult for people to access. But somehow, some way, somebody got into my PayPal. Luckily, I don't use that one anymore. But it's very scary, to say the least. So it's really important. You know, I know some people have their profile and their face and all that kind of out there. Mind you, though, my missus is highlighted one or two social medias. If you actually look hard enough, I won't tell you where it is, but you can have a look. If you look at all my social media, you'll probably find a picture of me and her together. And I think the only reason why I have a picture out there of me and her together is to say to people that I'm not some single pervert guy that my favorite wrestler is actually a female wrestler, and I'm not just perving out at her. No, I actually support her for who she is and not because of how she looks. So it's to make that point to people, because yeah, that's what people been accused of, being a skimp for. I'm just like, dude, you don't know nothing about me. It is scary, security sort of thing, when some people are trying to target you. So I do try to take great lengths to protect myself and those around me. And like I said at the start of the video, I'm not a wealthy man. I'm certainly not a poor person. But I do try to look at ways to look after my finances, and I'm very careful when it comes to being unemployed. Like, I'm not splashing money. You know, I'm very careful with what I buy, and like I'm still going to pay my bills and that kind of stuff. I got my last bit of pay from my last job a couple of days ago at the time of this recording. So yeah, so that's kind of done and dusted, so to say. I ended up starting talking about my work, and before I ended up deleting the video, so I better not mention anything about that. Just give me 1 second, walking past someone. I would say that I'd still have my mental health issues that I still need to overcome. But I would say my mind is in a lot better position than it was. Since I left my job. I'm so sick and tired of retail work. I'm so goddamn sick of it. I'm sick of it now. That's how I generally feel. That's all I've ever done is goddamn retail. And since I became a content creator, this is something I am extremely passionate about, and I actually want to go one step further. I actually want to do wrestling one. I've got a YouTube channel I've set up, but I haven't put any content yet. And specifically, I want to talk about All Elite Wrestling, because some of you guys know how big of a wrestling fan I am of them, and talk about the shows and just give my thoughts and opinions on it. And yeah, like everything else, it's a crowded space, but just so is the crowd that I'm in right now with this channel. And yet somehow I've got 300 and 40 round odd subscribers and 96,000 people have 96,000 viewers on the channel, which is absolutely insane for someone who only just started the channel this year back in March. When I do get back into work, I am going to be totally committed to doing this channel still, and I want to keep trying to do these episodes at least once a week for you guys, because it's putting things in a different perspective for you. Because I do it does hurt me sometimes talking about certain topics, you know, the one about the mental health, the one about the suicide story I covered a week or two ago. God, that was so hard that was brutal. You know, whenever I have to bring up stories with regards to Palestine, Israel, you know, and then I still keep talking about the war in the odd stories I pick up on. I'm still trying to talk about the war in Ukraine, because I do feel that's one that I want to keep really close to me, because I do care about it, and I don't want it to be a forgotten thing, because it isn't the main topic of discussion. I still feel it's really, really important to talk about. I wish I had better sources to talk about other conflicts, like things that are going on in Africa. I do try to keep up on any news regarding China, Taiwan, anything around that specifically. I'm going on about the channel when I'm supposed to be talking about myself. Keep having this bad habit, don't I, guys? So it's just more of a rambling story today, guys. Rambling video, shall we say. Well, what do you guys think of the rambling I've made today? I really haven't been very good today, that's for certain, on this episode, speaking my mind. But what do you guys think of all this I've been talking about? Let me know down in the comments section below. Like, share and subscribe as always. Thanks for watching if you did watch, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.